So ever since I began my fitness journey, I've been on the hunt for the perfect diet. And when I was younger, it was a lot easier. I had a lightning speed metabolism, few responsibilities, and all the time and energy to be perfect with my nutrition so I can maintain great shape, stay energized, and remain focused. But then I got older, I went to medical school, I entered the entrepreneur life, I have clients to help, bills, lots of them, taxes, a family to feed, a house to take care of, and a marriage to nurture. As a result, many of the easy habits have gone out of the window. But what worked for me was having general rules, a rhythm, a structure. If anything, a disorganized eating structure takes more energy than an organized one. So after plenty of testing and experimentation and the results and anecdotes of hundreds of coaching clients, I'm ready to spill the beans on what I eat in a day to stay lean, mean, and productive. Now, before we dive in, let me just say that if you're expecting a miracle diet that lets you eat nothing but ice cream and still get shredded, you're in the wrong place. But that doesn't mean you can't have some fun and flexibility. But fear not, what I'm about to share with you is my tried and true approach to fueling my body for fat loss, muscle gain, and enough energy to make the Energizer Bunny look like a sloth on vacation. So let's get into it. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty of my daily menu, let's talk about the foundation of any good nutrition plan. So it's like building a house. You wouldn't start with a roof, would you? Unless you're trying to reinvent architecture, in which case, good luck with that. The key to a successful diet is understanding that your body is unique. What works for me may not work exactly the same for you. It's like fingerprints, but less useful for solving crimes and more useful for solving the mystery of why your pants don't fit anymore. That being said, here are some universal principles that apply to most of us. 1, calories matter. Yes, even if you're eating nothing but organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, blessed by a unicorn food. In terms of body composition, your body does not care about labels, it cares more about energy balance. But in terms of mental acuity, the food label might matter, however. Number 2, macronutrients are important. Protein, carbs, and fats, the holy trinity of nutrition. Get these right and you're halfway there. Number 3, timing can make a difference. When you eat can be almost as important as what you eat. It's like showing up to a party. Arrive too early and you're awkwardly standing around. Arrive too late and all the good food is gone. What number are we on? I think number 4. Consistency is key. One perfect day of eating won't give you abs, just like one day of binge eating won't make you gain 20 pounds. Unless you have some sort of superpower, which in case, we need to talk. Number 5, gut health is crucial. Your gut is like the backstage crew of a theater production. You might not see them, but without them, the whole show falls apart. Cool, now that we've got that out of the way, let's dive into what my typical day looks like. Let's start with a morning ritual. So I normally wake up around 6:30 or 7 a.m. And no, I don't jump out of bed with a smile on my face like those people in those commercials. I'm more of a grumble at the alarm and contemplate the meaning of life kind of person. But once I'm up, it is go time. First things first, hydration. I normally down about 500 milliliters to 1 liter of water with a pinch of sea salt. Why? Because I'm not a camel and my body needs water and electrolytes after a night of not drinking anything. So the sea salt's gonna help with electrolyte balance and also makes me feel like I'm doing something fancy. Plus, it's crucial for your muscle and nervous system function. You see, electrolytes are like the postal service of your body. They make sure that all the important messages get delivered wherever they need to go. Now, here's where I might ruffle some feathers in the nutritional world. I don't eat breakfast right away. I know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, blah, 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 blah. But hear me out. I practice a form of intermittent fasting, which is basically just a fancy way of saying I don't eat for a while after I wake up. It's not because I enjoy torturing myself, although some might argue otherwise, but because it works for me and my lifestyle. It helps me stay focused in the morning, it helps keep my energy level stable, and plus I get to eat bigger meals later in the day. And there's actually some science behind this. Think of your prehistoric ancestors. They did not always have food readily available, they had to go hunt for it. Fasting triggers this primal response where you're more focused and alert because your body thinks it has to go out and hunt for food. But instead, I use that alertness to be sharp for my meetings, build out plans, and work on my business. But don't worry, I am not running on empty. Around 7:30 or 8 a.m., I have my first cup of coffee. It's typically just 2 shots of espresso, and I might add some almond milk and some cinnamon as well. One way to level this up, if you are brave, is to add around 1 tablespoon of grass-fed butter and some collagen peptides. This is going to be like a hug for your brain cells. The healthy fats from the butter promote sustained energy, help with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, and also provide a smoother, slower absorption of the caffeine. The collagen could help with your joints, skin, and gut health because who doesn't want to be flexible, wrinkle-free, and have a happy tummy? And the cinnamon could add a touch of sweetness without spiking my blood sugar, and I just like cinnamon-flavored profile things. I don't typically add the collagen and rarely add the butter, but it is one way to boost focus even further. This coffee keeps me going until my first real meal of the day, which brings us to breaking the fast. Around 11 to 12 p.m., it's time to break my fast with a proper meal. Now, I know what you're thinking, finally some real food. Well, prepare to be underwhelmed. My first meal is substantial, but not heavy. The goal here is to provide my body with high quality nutrients without making me want to take a nap under my desk. So here's what it typically looks like. A few whole eggs, because the yolks are where the party's actually at. A handful of spinach, Popeye was onto something. Around half of an avocado, because I'm basic like that. And either a bagel or a roasted potato for those precious carbs. I scramble the eggs in a pan with a bit of butter or olive oil. The potato gets roasted in the air fryer with some olive oil and sea salt. And the avocado, it just sits there looking green and beautiful. If I do opt for a bagel, I love my bagels. I make this all into a sandwich with some cream cheese. This meal is a powerhouse of nutrients. The eggs are gonna provide high quality protein and healthy fats, which are crucial for muscle repair and hormone production. The spinach is gonna give me some vitamins and minerals, including iron for oxygen transport, because passing out from anemia is not on my to-do list. The avocado, of course, more healthy fats and fiber, which is gonna be great for gut health and also keep me full for a few hours. And the potato provides some complex carbs for sustained energy without causing a blood sugar roller coaster. It's a meal that keeps me satisfied and focused for hours. Plus, it's colorful enough to make my Instagram followers a little jealous. Around 3 p.m., the afternoon slump tries to hit. But I am prepared. I don't succumb to the siren call of the cookies in the pantry or the leftover ice cream cake in my freezer. No, I have a secret weapon, my power-packed snack. So here's what I munch on to keep the energy flowing and the muscles growing. It's typically a fat source, a fruit, and a protein source. Typically, this could be a handful of salted pistachios. I love that they take forever to eat. Whatever fruit is in season, usually berries and pineapple are my favorites and go-to, and either like a protein shake, Greek yogurt, or some leftover meat in the fridge. This snack is the perfect combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein. The nuts provide sustained energy and help keep me full. They're also rich in magnesium, which is crucial for over, I think, 300 biochemical reactions in the body. Think of it as like the Swiss Army knife of minerals. The fruits give me a small boost of some natural sugars and antioxidants. Berries in particular are like little antioxidant bombs, fighting off free radicals and potentially helping with brain function as well. Because let's face it, we could all use a little help in that department sometimes. And the protein, well, that's just to make sure my muscles don't think I've forgotten about them. We all know this, but protein helps with muscle recovery and can even support immune function as well. It's like the superhero cape for all of your muscles. So this is a snack that satisfies both my taste buds and my nutritional needs. Plus, decently portable, which means I can eat it while pretending to pay attention in meetings. Just kidding, I actually am paying attention. So dinner is where I get to flex my culinary muscles. And by flex my culinary muscles, I mean heat up something that I meal prepped probably a few days ago. Because let's face it, after a long day of being awesome, doing my meetings, working out, who has the energy to channel their inner Gordon Ramsay? So I personally try to cook every few days, and I always make enough for some lunches for my wife and maybe another dinner as well. I take a pretty basic approach of preparing a meat, a starch, and a vegetable. As a result, my dinner usually consists of a hand-sized portion of lean protein, chicken, fish, lean beef, whatever it is, a fist-sized portion of complex carbs, think rice, quinoa, potato, or sweet potato, and around 2 fist-sized portions of vegetables, like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, or like a mixed green salad. And if it's leftover, I can make it fun. I can add these to a pan with some teriyaki sauce for a stir fry. I can wrap them in a tortilla for a burrito. I can add them on a bed of lettuce or some mixed greens for a salad. The options are endless. I usually cook my meals with minimal added fats, using some herbs and spices for flavor. It's like a party in my mouth, but a party where everyone goes home at a reasonable hour and drinks plenty of water. This meal is designed to refuel my body after a day of mental and physical exertion. Lean protein, again, helps with muscle recovery and growth. And did you know that your body is constantly breaking down and rebuilding muscle tissue? It's like a never-ending construction project. The protein is the building material. The complex carbs replenish my energy stores, particularly my muscle glycogen. This is crucial if you want to crush your workouts and not feel like you're moving through molasses. And the veggies, well, they're there to make my mom proud and keep my digestive system running smoother than a well-oiled machine. But seriously, vegetables are nutritional powerhouses packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, help support a healthy gut microbiome, which in turn supports everything from your immune system to your mood, and also they're very filling as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely that's it, right? Wrong. I have one more trick up my sleeve, and it's that I try not to eat anything 2 hours before bed. Around 2 to 3 hours before bed, I have my final meal of the day, and this is where it can get a little fun. If I'm feeling like behaving, I'll have some more fruit, like cherries, mango, banana, or pineapple, another protein snack like Greek yogurt or a casein protein shake. But life is about balance and having a good experience, so I may include a dessert. Cookies, ice cream cake, or even like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I make sure to control my portions though and still hit my rough calorie and macro goals. The other life hack here is tea. A nice warm cup of tea hits the spot right before bed. The tea you use can help you relax and unwind. Chamomile tea in particular has been shown to have some mild sedative effects as well. It's like a lullaby in a cup. The casein protein is slow digesting, providing my muscles with a steady stream of amino acids all throughout the night. It's kind of like a slow releasing protein drip for your muscles while you sleep. Casein protein is particularly rich in leucine, an amino acid that's crucial for muscle protein synthesis. But casein isn't necessary by any means, however. But don't worry, before you go buy some new supplements, casein protein isn't necessary by any means. And the fruits I mentioned, they are natural sources of melatonin, which help regulate your sleep cycle. I'm sure you've heard of this, but melatonin is like your body's internal clock, telling it when it's time to wind down and go to sleep. Plus, they're delicious. Who doesn't like fruits? So this nighttime snack helps me sleep better and wake up feeling more recovered. It's like tucking my muscles into bed with a bedtime story and a nice glass of milk if you're a baby. Except milk is protein powder and the bedtime story is, well, I guess I could read the nutrition label if I'm really desperate for entertainment. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but do you eat like this every single day, Christian? And the answer is mostly yes, but also no. Confused? Let me explain. So consistency is key when it comes to seeing results with anything. You can't eat like a saint one day and then a dumpster raccoon the next and expect to make any progress. Trust me, I have tried that approach. The raccoon life is not all it's cracked up to be. But here's the thing, I'm also human, which is shocking, I know. I have days where I crave something different or social events where strict adherence to a plan is not practical, and that is okay. The secret is to stick to the plan around 80 to 90% of the time and allow for some flexibility the remaining 10 to 20%. This approach keeps me sane, keeps me social, and also still seeing results. For example, if I'm going out to dinner with my friends or my wife, I might adjust my meals earlier in the day to accommodate a larger dinner. The key is to make informed choices and not let one off-plan meal turn into an off-plan week. It's all about balance, like a tightrope walker who occasionally stumbles but doesn't plummet to their doom. Dark, I know, but you get the point. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention what you eat is only part of the equation. So to truly optimize your body composition and energy levels, you need to consider a few other factors. One is sleep. I talk about this every single video, but aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. It's when your body does most of its repair work, and it's crucial for hormonal balance. Plus, it's the only time of day when lying down and doing nothing is actually considered productive. Lack of sleep can mess with your hunger hormones, making you more likely to overeat and actually crave junk food. It's like your body's way of throwing a temper tantrum when it actually doesn't get enough rest. And of course, hydration. Drink water throughout the day. A good rule of thumb is to drink half your body weight in ounces. And no, before you ask, beer doesn't count as water, no matter how much you wish it did. But other non-alcoholic beverages can count towards your water intake, so don't worry too much. Of course, proper hydration is crucial from everything from cognitive function to muscular performance. Even mild dehydration can make you feel like you're trying to think through fog and move through quicksand. Of course, exercise. If you're watching my channel, you probably exercise. So combine resistance training with some form of cardiovascular exercise. It's like peanut butter and jelly. They're good on their own, but magic when combined. Of course, you're gonna wanna build and maintain muscle mass, which is gonna be crucial for healthy metabolism, and also improve your cardiovascular health, and the cardio could also aid in fat loss as well. Together, they're like the dynamic duo of fitness. Now for stress management, find ways to manage stress that works for you. Whether it's prayer, meditation, deep breathing, or screaming into a pillow, punching a pillow, whatever floats your boat. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your body, increasing cortisol levels, which can lead to increased appetite and fat storage, particularly around your midsection. It's like your body's way of trying to build a protective cushion, except the only thing it's protecting you from is fitting into your favorite jeans. Now for supplements. While not necessary, some supplements could help fill some nutritional gaps, but just remember, they are called supplements for a reason. They're meant to supplement a good diet, not replace it. So some of my favorites include omega-3 fatty acids for brain health and inflammation reduction, vitamin D for immune function and bone health, especially if you're not getting enough sunlight, magnesium glycinate for sleep quality and muscle function, and ashwagandha for stress management. But remember that the best source of nutrients is always going to be from whole foods. Supplements are just that, supplementary. So at the end of the day, the best diet is going to be the one that you can stick to. My approach works for me because it fits my lifestyle, fits my goals, and of course my preferences as well. It might not work exactly the same for you, and that is okay. The key is to start with the basics, adequate protein, lots of vegetables, healthy fats, and appropriate portions, and then tweak it from there based on your own individual needs and responses. And with that, pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Some people thrive on higher carb diets, others do better with more fats. It's all about finding your own personal sweet spot. And remember, changing your body composition and improving your energy levels is a journey, not a destination. It's about making sustainable changes that you can actually maintain long-term, not about finding a quick fix, although we all like quick fixes. It's like learning to play an instrument. You don't become a virtuoso overnight, but with consistent practice, you'll just keep getting better. So take what resonates with you from my approach, experiment, and find out what works best for you. And most importantly, just enjoy the process. After all, life's too short to eat bland chicken and broccoli. All right, my friend, that is this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you found useful or any other videos you'd like to see, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.